So this is the cyclone scene from The Wizard of Oz, which was shot in 1939. And what we're seeing right now is Dorothy she's been at a fortune teller. She's run away from home. Her Aunt Em doesn't understand her. She's recently orphaned. So she's in a new place, new people. They aren't used to having a teenager around, and they are not paying a lot of attention to her. Who is paying a lot of attention to her, though, is her neighbor, who hates her dog Toto. Now, Toto is the connection to Dorothy's life before she was orphaned, before she's come to Kansas. And it's very stressful for Dorothy to find out that she might lose Toto because the neighbor has said that Toto has bit her. So Dorothy's run away. The fortune teller said, you really need to get back home. And so Dorothy heads back in the middle of this storm and tornado. You see debris flying everywhere. You see the tornado in the back. You hear these howling winds. And this is very much tied into what Dorothy is feeling right now. I mean, there's a storm going on inside of her. Everything in her world is upside down. Everything is, it's frightening. You'll notice that the film is black and white here. It's actually sepia toned. So this gives it an old feel, but it also gives it a very, just kind of dreary and not happy feeling. And again, this ties back into how Dorothy is feeling. This was also shot during the period was the Depression when it takes place. And so there was a lot of just really depressing things going on at this time. So Dorothy coming inside, realizing her family has gone into the storm shelter. We see the tire swinging in the background, kind of gives a loss of childhood innocence. Dorothy can't reach her family, like literally physically can't reach them. Same way she can't mentally talk to them. So she goes back inside. The wind blows her window open and hits her in the head and knocks her out. And she passes out on her bed. And in kind of her vision, she sees this house kind of flowing away, and we see things flying by the window that is open. A lot of farm things, cows, chickens are coming by, trees are coming by. In addition, she starts seeing people coming by. And the first person she sees is her Auntie Em. And this is a way to indicate that Dorothy is trying to reconcile these relationships, these new relationships she has. How is she going to build a relationship with Auntie Em? We see the farmhands come by, and they're happy and they're waving, and she kind of waves back at them. Again, she's not quite able to connect with them. Later on in the story, they will come back in the forms of the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Lion, and she'll figure out how to build a relationship. So speaking of relationships, her neighbor shows up, and her neighbor is terrifying to her. Her neighbor turns into a witch, and when she gets to Oz, her neighbor will be that witch. But once again, it's a character that she's trying to reconcile how to deal with. And so she will find a way later on to deal with that neighbor in the form of the witch in Wizard of Oz. So The Wizard of Oz was the first film to have Technicolor in it. And it was a huge deal. And so this is a big reveal scene. Everything is stopped. It's quiet. Nothing is moving. Everything's still black and white. But you see Dorothy grabs her basket and Toto. These are the things that are still connecting her to her life in Kansas. So she sneaks outside and she's going to the back door, and we'll watch her open the door. But it's a fun way that the camera will kind of follow her back, but then push through. So we get to see Oz in color the same way Dorothy gets to see it for the first time. And here it turns around and we see Dorothy in color, and she's excited, and she's about to begin her adventure.